All right, I think we are live. I want to say hello, everybody, to a beautiful Friday afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock here in Utah. So if we get interrupted, it's because I'm at the tire store getting one of my trailers worked on. Had a flat today, and I've got to haul some stuff this coming week, so I thought I'd pop in there. So I had a thought this morning, and I need to get back out in that tomato garden. So if you listen to my Facebook Live a few days ago, a few days ago, it was yesterday, all right? I've got short-term memory loss. Yesterday I was in the tomato garden. Remember we were talking about the law of the harvest? I was eating one of those tomatoes, and ate another one today. In fact, we had two. Things are just starting to come on, right? The fruits of our labors. But I was out there today, and I was following up on work that I did yesterday. I wanted to talk a little today about that daily goal, the daily commitment. John Maxwell calls it the law of process, right? Great leaders aren't made in a day. You know, we all want the benefits, we want the fruits, without doing any work. Or if we do, let me rephrase that. If we want the fruits before we've done the work, we are living in a world where we are going to be forever underfed and underrealized, underpotentialized, right? And before we can get the roots, before we can get the fruits, we got to build the roots. So I was today out doing that daily work in that small tomato patch, right? And I was following up on what I did yesterday. So I was hoeing, and it's coming down, right? It is hot. It's 11 o'clock. It's noon here in Utah. The sun's at high noon. And that's the benefit of being a be-at-home dad, is I can be out there if I want to be, right? But I only spent 15 minutes there, guys. But 15 minutes spent in that garden cleaning up the weeds that I pulled yesterday, or that I hoed out yesterday. They'd all withered, shriveled, right? I also uncovered stuff that I hadn't gotten yesterday, and that's part of the issue about. And Matt, if you think I'm comfortable doing this, we should talk. Because sometimes we just do things even if we don't feel comfortable. And that's the seat. That's in the driver's seat that I'm in right now. But I'll tell you what, the reason that I'm doing this Facebook Live is because I want to fulfill my personal potential. I want to teach, I want to inspire, I want to educate, I want to entertain, and I want to empower people. And because I want to do that, I'm willing to learn something new. I'm willing to jump out here on on Facebook Live into social media. I'm willing to continue to write. I'm writing. For those of you who I'm writing a book, I am still writing a book. Howdy. And I've got more book ideas, but I got to hold off on the ideas and actually, make progress. So, Matt, I do this, and I'm grateful that you're doing it and getting out there and trying to make a difference. Part of the scary part is, what if nobody likes this? Well, guess what? Then nobody will be on, and I will be talking to myself. And you know what we call that? It's not failure. We would just call it self-talk, right? So anyway, I want to tell a joke, but so last night, by the way, I was thinking about upcoming Facebook Lives. I've got some things that I'm planning, some topics that I'm super passionate and excited to share. And I'm going to get back to the tomatoes in just a second. But one of the things I thought is, I want to make people laugh. I love making people laugh, and I thought, I do. If you like Nacho Libre, okay, I love Nacho Libre. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. I was recently on a camp, around a fire, and I just had this urge to break out in Nacho Libre. So I literally started singing the Nacho Libre song. You know what I'm talking about? When I was in the wilderness, I wrote a song for Encarnacion in my mind. Anyway, so I thought, maybe I will do that on Facebook Live. I'm not quite there yet, guys. But it's something I love. I love. So anyway, the reason that I'm doing this, by the way, is I hope I can bring value to your life. I hope that there's something funny. I hope there's something empowering. And guys, those of you who really know me, You know, I'm nothing, you know, I'm just normal. I'm just a normal guy. And micro entrepreneurialism or social entrepreneurs, okay, or what we might call microcasters, right? We're not Fox News. Don't need to be. Don't want to be. I don't want that schedule, right? We're not CNN. But the connections that we have with people do make a difference. And so, you know, so here we are. We're trying to influence and make this world a better place. So let me just ask you if there's anything that you find beneficial today, funny, on this live. Just either give me a thumbs up or a comment one with, you know, just type in one if this is beneficial. Type in 9999999 if this isn't beneficial. Okay, it'll take you too long to type that, so you probably won't type it. But anyway, let's get back to the tomato garden. Working on something daily. So yesterday I worked in the garden. It took me a little longer. It was because it was. Thank you, Matt Collins. It was my first day. Right? Well, first day that I'd actually gotten back to the garden after the weeds had taken over. It was harder. My muscles were sore. My muscles gave out. My arms, you know, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit. I wanted to make excuses. I wanted to make a new plan to do something different, right? Or do something easier. I didn't. I made a daily goal there in the hot, burning sun and said, you know what? I'm going to finish this job. I don't like it, but I know what I could have in the future, the potential, right? So bottom line is I finished it. Today I went out there to clean up and to continue adding to that work daily. And guess what? It didn't take me as long. I cleaned up all those weeds, put them out so they can be mowed, all the dead stuff, kind of raked the area, leveled it out. And you know what I looked at? I said, and thank you, Genevieve, for loving my nachos. Maybe someday I'll do that full song, okay? I love that movie. Maybe we could just do Nacho Libre in installments, but I'll, you know, anyway. So this started to look like a beautiful garden today, guys. A beautiful garden. That's after 2 days' work. Now, our lives aren't always like that. It doesn't maybe transform that quickly. And so often we do daily work, but we want daily results. And we need to be a little more patient. Focus on your daily behaviors. Be happy with the doing, the accomplishing of the daily behavior, and look for the results to come in their season, right? Well, in the weeding job, you know, you can see a difference in 2 days. In life, it isn't always that way. But so it starts looking like a garden. The soil's just starting to be, you know, even, and it's free from weeds. I unearthed some weeds that I missed yesterday, right? I missed it. That's part of the daily grind, you know, or the daily goals as well, is we uncover things that we didn't do yesterday, and we're able to follow up and make good on the things that we weren't perfect on in the first place, right? I'm trying to make today's Facebook Live better than yesterday's Facebook Live, and look, we haven't even been disconnected yet, right? So let me relate that now to life and business. By the way, we took 2 tomatoes out. I got a celebrity tomato. That picture that I took a picture on Facebook today. If you haven't seen it, you can go back. If you don't know what we're talking about with tomatoes, go back to yesterday's Facebook Live and you can listen to it. Share it with somebody, make some comments, and type a 1 if you like homegrown tomatoes. So I went and sliced, you know, that first red tomato that we got. I took it inside. We had 4 of the kids were at home, and I said, who wants some of a homegrown tomato? And I'm getting emotional over this, but that's the benefit of being a stay-at-home dad, guys, is that you can be home in the middle of the day and you can live life with your children and your wife or your spouse, your important ones. So slice that celebrity tomato into 6 pieces, and we each took a piece. And our youngest daughter, who's 20 months, I think that's last year my tomatoes didn't work out. I think the horses, which is bad, you know, horses aren't supposed to eat tomatoes, but I think they trampled or ate our tomatoes because they got through that pasture fence last year. This is the first homegrown tomato that girl's had, and I got to share that experience with her today. Okay, that is the benefit That is a fruit of being a be-at-home dad. And all the time that I spent working on the roots of my business that allows me to be home, today I got the payoff for that. And it was as simple and as mundane as eating a tomato. So I was going to share something else, but we're at about time. So that'll have to be another it'll have to be another call. But I wanted to share this with you. This is some paperwork that I did over about a 6-week time period, April and May, as I was building my business. Many of you know I'm in network marketing, okay? And one of the things that I hear from people is I don't have enough time to build a network marketing business. And I'm just going to say, baloney. It's just not important enough to you yet. And I don't know if my tomato story is going to make a hill of beans, pardon the pun, difference in your life. But I could tell you, having invested daily, now not spent all day, but invested daily, built my business every single day, I'm able to enjoy every single day and have some of these very small but significant experiences, and then larger ones like, you know, taking a week off and going and playing big time, you know, in the mountains or whatever. So anyway, make a goal. What are you going to get done today? Do that goal. Make a goal for tomorrow. Connect each of those. And I'm just going to give you a teaser for an upcoming Facebook Live. I'm going to talk about enrolling. I enrolled 10 people, my wife Stephanie and I enrolled 10 people in about a 6-week time period, okay? Now, that's not rockets, guys. That's not I mean, that's wonderful. It's growth, but that's not the ceiling, okay? There are people in this industry who are doing a lot more than I am doing, okay? But I'm the one here talking, and we are the people talking right now, and so I'll share my story. Please don't think that I'm the ceiling. I am not the ceiling. And that 10 is not our ceiling. We're going to go break it. We're going to go do better. But let me share with you, even as having been very successful in this industry, created, I've helped to create and lead, you know, organizations that have done probably somewhere between, you know, $750 million and $1 billion in sales, you know, if I go back for the last 15 years. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the best, I'm certainly not the brightest. But I also have gone through slumps, okay? And although, you know, you go to events and you get excited and, you know, you get motivated, and that's all good, sometimes that doesn't translate into actions, doesn't translate into the daily, right? And that's where I have been, you know, off and on, you know, and I'm constantly bringing people into my business, but to bring a group of people in a short period of time, that is an exhilarating, awesome feeling, and it's absolutely a phenomenal result for your business. So Stephanie and I did that in April and May of this year, and we're actually starting it and doing it again. We've got 2 commitments in the last 2 days for people to start and join with us in our business. But how did we get those 10 people in 6 weeks? I will tell you, daily action. I made a goal of what we were going to do on a daily basis. And I'm going to tell you guys, it wasn't over the top, crazy 10 hours of work a day. It was 5 people a day, by the way. I committed that I was going to talk to 5 people every day. And not necessarily 5 new people. You know, maybe one of them was from yesterday and I'm following up today. That counts, right? That's a point. But we did that over, you know, and as I look at my numbers in May, I didn't hit it every day, by the way. There are days, I always take Sundays off, so I didn't work on 1 day a week. But there were several days throughout the month where I dropped the ball and I did 1 or I did 2 or 3 or even 4. But the majority of days I fulfilled my commitment. And the crazy thing was, on the days that I fulfilled my commitment, it was like I hit my commitment and then there was just this running over and I got a ton of extra stuff. Are you here to work on that tire?
Yeah.
All right.
Which tire is it?
It's the rear passenger tire.
Okay.
You can tell because it doesn't have much pressure and it's probably got like 10 pounds.
Okay.
And that's why we call this Facebook Live, because this is real life, right? That's how life really happens, and none of this was scripted. So anyway, God bless you guys. Thanks for joining in. Today's takeaway. If you would just do everyone a favor, okay? Do everyone a favor, yourself included. Type in to the comment section what your takeaway was today. Maybe it's 1 word, maybe it's 2 words, maybe it's 3 words. Type in what your takeaway was from today so that you can actually take something away from this, okay? and do something with it. Life is about the doing. Learning is about the doing. And my hope and prayer for this call today, the 12 minutes we spent together, whatever it is that you'll walk away not only inspired, not only empowered, but that you'll go do something. So Michelle, you're headed to your garden right now. Great. That's your takeaway. Awesome. Lori, daily goals. Awesome takeaway. And I'm going to recommend, Lori, that you write those down, right, and keep them with you. One of my secrets, one of the life hack. We need to talk about biohacking too, by the way. Ariel, commit and stick to it. Absolutely, Matt, commitment. One of the secrets that I did on this little 6-week, launch of recruiting was I attacked the goal early. And I would try to get those 5 done as early as possible in the day instead of waiting until the evening and saying, oh, flip. Now I got to perform, right? And feeling that pressure, that uneasiness. Not that pressure and uneasiness is a bad thing, guys. Discipline stinks. It's tough. It's hard, right? But if you get something done earlier in the day, if it's important for you to read holy books, read the scriptures, read the good word, do it in the morning, right? And I'm not telling you how to run your life, but that's what I do. If something's important to me, if I can get it done early, then I got the whole day and I'm free, and I actually might do more than I thought I was going to do. So Erica, being committed to goals, absolutely fabulous. Laura, not being perfect. You must have tuned into this because you guys, I'm not perfect, you're seeing, but I'm doing. And the learning and the success and the progression and the pursuit is in the doing, not in the perfection. The perfection comes from the repeated doing. Richard, commitment, sticking to the goals. Genevieve, daily action, consistency. You don't have to do anything special, but it's the daily action. Talk to 5 peeps a day. Now, 5 guys, 5's an aggressive goal, okay? Especially if you're part-time. But is it doable? Yes. Here's my recommendation as I close. Make it doable. It can be a stretch, it can be a commitment, yes. Make it something that you're going to do. Because I'm going to tell you what, if you set a goal to do 2 a day, and you commit and you follow through, in a month's time, you're going to have talked to, if you're like me, I don't work 4 days a month, you're going to have talked to us at 26 times 2, you're going to have had 52 calls and follow-ups. Now, is that full-time, hitting it hard? Maybe not, but I'm going to tell you what, you're going to feel so much better about yourself than if you set a goal for 5 and you only did 2. Does that make sense? The work might be the same, but it's about the work. That's part of it. It's about the expectation. Much of the joy that we have in life isn't always about the work that we've accomplished. It's about the expectations that we've had on ourselves. Okay? So start with something. John Maxwell says, start with something small. Okay, so if you can't do 5 yet, don't do it. Do 2, do 3, but commit to it for a week. Okay, don't let yourself off the hook for a week, and then you can reevaluate. Okay, Matt Collins, way to go on 3 on your 3 already. That's awesome. Francisca, have faith. Awesome. Love you guys. Let's go make the world a better place today. Let's go share something. Let's go teach something, and let's live up to our potential. Thanks so much. And this Facebook Live is officially now off live.